Are we on?
Are we all on?
Are we all on?
Looks like the camera's over there.
Is Ellie on? Where's
Since
Ellie?
I'm a diva. What am I doing? Party food idea. What?
That was it. Never mind. It's already on there.
This one?
Are we on?
Yes.
Okay, oops.
Yes, we're on, or yes, Michael?
It looks like yes, we're on.
Oh, what have you got?
Oh, we're live!
There you go.
Hey, wait, dude.
Uh,
I'm cut off and there's too much look room on Ellie's side.
you want me to scoot over?
Perfect! Oh, you fixed it already. Because I'm
How
a
did you lop
diva.
off Ellie?
I'm a diva.
Ellie's right.
Hi,
Ellie needs to put on your
Amy.
Christmas hat.
Ellie is
Jill Gooding, Catherine, Julie from Georgia, Bandana Grandma, Bonnie,
So we're
Connie,
officially
Fun
on?
with Age, Crazy J, Shannon, Aunt Fruit. Aunt Fruit,
Everybody.
hi. Linda, Lisa, Connie, JD, Amy. And those are just the people in the first 2 seconds on YouTube. Hey, Facebook's on too.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Happy
Oh.
birthday!
Happy birthday.
Oh.
You're running a little. Michael went Christmas food shopping for me, and he hasn't stopped twitching since he got home.
Actually, it was not
Guys.
nearly as bad as I anticipated.
And I thought
Having worked at HEB.
I must do a public
Shout out to everyone in Texas.
What's your public announcement?
I will most likely be recording. I have to record on the Christmas Eve when we unwrap presents. So go to my channel for that. It's probably gonna be on there like New Year's. I don't know.
So we have to record
And
our Christmas and
I'm
be
gonna
nice?
record just Christmas too.
Are you gonna catch
I'm
you
gonna try
and
to record
you and
both
Jack
days.
killing each other with the
Yes, killing each other with the wrapping sticks.
with the wrapping rolls?
Yes. With the wrapping rolls.
Sorrel said, Merry Christmas from British Columbia, Canada.
Ooh,
Jennifer,
wow.
hello, you wonderful people.
thank you.
To which I respond, hello, you wonderful old building and loan. Sorry.
Goodness.
He's your father.
Darren's on. Joy.
Darren! Oh, Darren! Oh, Darren!
Oh,
Darren the MVP.
We have
We tested.
opened it today. You're welcome,
this was
Darren.
my favorite.
Okay, so we
Did you try
tested it today, and we had
Did you see what it
this
is?
one, and it was delicious. Little Miss Bossy.
Why
I
would you
should
try
have
Little
known,
Miss Bossy?
Because I am. And then there was something we were gonna try. We didn't try them yet, so here we're gonna try these. Okay, so here we go. So these are little biscuits. They're English biscuits.
Cookies to everybody in the U.S.
Butter biscuits.
Little cookies.
Okay.
Oh, I don't need that big here.
What? Here, I'll take it.
Okay, Ellie loves foods from all over the world.
Oh, biscuits. All right.
Ooh.
Mmm.
So what do you think?
They're like shortbread.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
Oh, you English know how to cook.
Yum.
Do food.
Except,
Wow.
except we have to do it with the tea.
Oh, see, I got my tea right here.
She was the only one prepared, Michael, tonight.
Oh, if people
We
ask
felt-
on Facebook, do you have my link, Dad?
That is good.
Your link?
Do you have a link for YouTube?
For what?
My YouTube channel, just in case.
Your
they ask.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, just in case they ask for the video.
Oh, there's a video?
We're gonna get
No,
comments
it's not
'cause I
ready
think after you.
Hey, don't
We're
know if it's on
spreading
there
the
or not.
love.
It's
Spreading
going
the
to
love.
go on. I'm recording Christmas, and I'm just saying.
Thank
if
you,
wanna know
Darren.
my-
Oh,
Okay.
Dave's channel. I do not have it, Dave. I'll
Oh,
have to
those
look it
would.
up here in a minute.
Those are really good, Darren. Mm.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
like that.
delish.
I'm not supposed to slouch.
So Crystal
sorry.
Atkinson says, "Yay, caught you guys live. Glad you're here."
Well,
There,
thank
I'll
you.
check your pocket.
Thanks, Ellie.
Okay, you gonna do your dance for everyone?
I don't have room.
Paige says it's cold in Kansas, so you're not missing out on anything.
Oh, it
Yeah, big
is?
surprise.
Oh.
Kansas is cold. That's why I'm not sure Wisconsin would really be that far of a stretch from
It was
Kansas.
cold here today,
Yeah, but
though,
you didn't
too.
want to stay in Kansas, so what are you
Not because
saying?
of the winters, because of the summers.
Oh, Jennifer
I-
Red from Red Star, New York is finally getting to join us live. She says.
Yay! Okay.
Do we have?
We
Comments.
are talking about how to set up a Christmas buffet. But before we did, just in case you guys doubt our recipes, we thought we would show you. So remember the 2 great big pans of Chex Mix that we made on Monday? This is what's left.
Monday, Wednesday,
Or I mean Wednesday.
2 days.
This is what's
So
left.
in 2 days we've eaten 8 cups of it.
In 2 days we've eaten like 10 or 12 cups of...
And with that, show them what else they ate.
So then...
I ate half of that, so you have
Mom.
to give me credit.
So Mom makes gingerbread men. I don't know where a finished one is, but anyway, she decorates these little guys here.
Yesterday, this thing was full. I'm serious. I'm not kidding.
Go ahead,
I
Mother.
didn't even
Tell
know
me.
there were gingerbread.
Well,
men
yeah,
in
it was about up to here full of cookies. I figured it was like 15 dozen, at least 15
So
dozen.
15 dozen times 12, or 15 times 12 is what? Let's see, 15 times 10 is 150.
175.
So like 175, 200 cookies were in this
This
little
tin.
thing of these little guys. And this is what's left.
No,
Because
there's 180 guys.
all
So-
3 boys woke up at 5:30 this morning. And
I woke
before
up
we
at
could
4.
stop them, it's gone.
It's a jungle out there. Disorder and
I
confusion
cleaned it
everywhere. Uh-oh.
Up!
Sorry, YouTube bot. I didn't sing that.
I cleaned it up.
Demonetized.
Demonetized. Mike was singing.
So anyway,
Oops.
the boys snarfed all the gingerbread men that Mom had made. So do we have any left for Christmas?
Yes, they kept wanting to get the bags of them. I got like 6 dozen bags over there. They wanted decorated ones. And they wanted them, and I wouldn't let them have those.
Julie from
So.
Georgia says, "Are you kidding me? Wow, I do like Chex Mix, but wow."
I kid you not, we can't make. And then, oh, I almost killed him. Mom brought the spray can cheese. You know that wonderful
Oh, I am
preservative-filled
so sorry.
food that just squirted on.
Mm-mm.
They got a hold of that. I was like, "Do not touch that. That is for Christmas Eve."
And they did.
And they did. So then I had to buy 2 more today.
Oh, life is better under the palm is on. She says, "My name is Bobby, and I sent Ellie the Mind the Gap sticker." That's on.
Oh!
That's on your.
Oh my
It's on her
Yes,
car.
That
it
is my
is.
favorite sticker on
Yeah,
my
she
car.
loved that.
Oh, she got it on her
loved
car.
that.
And Christina says hi from Sweden.
Hello.
And Andrea says, "Finally caught a live show. Merry Christmas from Dallas."
Ooh, and
Lots of people.
Valerie made the lemon bars from our Dining on a Dime cookbook.
Whoa.
And yes, I shipped out orders today.
She
Now,
said she made it with her granddaughters.
I know.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Now, if you order between now and Tuesday, I am done, guys. I cannot do one more order. So
Christmas is over.
Tuesday.
Well, it's a holiday. You shouldn't do it on a holiday. Come on, woman.
Tuesday. No, give me till Wednesday,
Wednesday.
please.
I was going to say, let's do
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
I will ship. If you order between now and Wednesday, I will ship. So if you're using your Christmas money to order, go ahead and order. But I'm not going to ship till Wednesday. I got to take a break. So, yes. Okay, so we're talking about how to set up a Christmas buffet, but I have to tell you what happened to me last night.
I'm not sure. Copy link for Christmas.
So, our Christmas music. If you guys want Christmas music to wrap your presents with and get your Christmas baking done,
Pasting it in.
and a beautiful fireplace that Dave, everyone give Dave a hand. He put the
Wait, what?
fireplace and all the sparkles on the tree and the embers coming out of the fireplace.
Even
and
the star.
snow.
The star has the glowing thing coming
Ambient
down.
occlusion. Which you guys won't know what that is, but you know, whatever.
I shared the link to it. It's in the description, and I shared it in the comments. And I'm checking to see if it's on the resources.
So Dave did all that. So if you need some Christmas music, check that out. I've been having it on the TV when we can get it on there. Our Roku is kind of dying. I should have bought one after Black Friday. I knew I should have got one. It's been 4 years and it finally dies.
A Roku?
It's dying, I think.
Here, I just saw one yesterday. It's like, oh, wait. And it's like, ah.
So then,
Who
guess
needs
what
new
happened?
stuff?
So I have to tell you before we do the buffet what happened to me last night. So I decided to go on my last Christmas shopping. And anytime I say it's my last Christmas shopping, I know full good and well it's not my last Christmas shopping. It's my next to the next to the next last Christmas shopping. But I get out there and I buy this toy for Jack that's like this big. And I get out to the car. Of course, it was very, very stressful at Walmart. And I get in the car and I'm ready to go home, and I come home. I left it in the shopping cart.
Did you get it today?
I
you-
could not believe
But
it.
you know what? You scared me to death because it was really bad icy. We'd had
I was
snow.
wondering if you were going to say that.
Well, it was icy, and she called over. I was staying with my folks, and she called over there to her grandma and said, and so here's my mom on the phone. Oh, no. Oh. And I thought, oh, she's had an accident. Another accident. And then my mom said, oh, well, that's good. And I'm thinking, What in the world is Tara talking about? So go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to
So
put that in.
then I spent 20 minutes, and I probably dialed the phone 10 times. In 20 minutes, well, not 10 times, probably 6 or 8, trying to get Walmart to pick up the phone. And so I called, and she said, oh, if you have your receipt, we'll just give you your money back.
Oh.
So I go this morning it was 8:30 or 9, and he said, well, did you want the same one? I said, yeah, I still want it. They had restocked, and the same one was not there. I was like, I know there was 2 there. There's no way 2 of these sold last night between when I left and this morning. There's no way. I know it. So they had stocked all this one and then on the top shelf, and we had to dig through every single one.
Did you find it?
Very back corner, they buried the last one, and I got it.
No, it was that other mom that buried it. She came back later and she's like,
I was like, yes, I got it. I felt like the Christmas movies, you know. And so I got that, but then I got out of Walmart and I was like, I forgot to buy all the Christmas food.
She didn't get anything for the Christmas dinner.
I told Mike, I said, I can't do it. I said, you're going to have to go. And you spent, what, an hour and a half there?
yeah, it's a good thing I left a little early.
He spent
barely
an hour
made
and
it
a half
home to get here.
getting like
the-
10 things.
I was trying to frantically get the show on 2 minutes beforehand. So I shared. I'm going to share the Christmas music thing in the comments again, but if you miss it, at livingonadime.com at the top, we have a link on the far right that says resources, and I just now put it on the top of that page so you can find it easily.
Yep.
I feel like we have a ton of
But I'm sharing it in the
people
comments,
on
too.
The Christmas live
Well,
stream.
welcome all the new
Oh,
people.
yeah. We're so glad to have you.
Today, Mom and I are talking about how to set a buffet because
What about him?
I'll tell you why. We'll do him when we're
Okay.
done. Okay. I'll tell you why we're talking about set a buffet. Every time Mom and I go to a Christmas party or a school party or whatever, it absolutely drives us bonkers. Now, I know I'm not the most organized person in the world, but I know...
Sorry.
Got something in your throat there, dear?
Yes.
Here, let me help you. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you that hard. Here, I'm sorry. I'm so There, does that make up for it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to hit you that hard. People, you'll walk up to the buffet, and at the very beginning, they have the cups and the forks and the napkins and the plates.
All the drinks.
All the drinks at the very beginning, and then you have to carry all this stuff while you're getting your food. So we're going to walk you through, Mom's going to walk you through how to set up a buffet for Christmas. Now, we do not have an island long enough because we don't have my 20-foot island for my studio yet, but when we get that, we will show you. But we're going to just kind of walk through and describe. This isn't rocket science, people. So if you can't see it, it's not going to kill you. You can just listen and get the idea. So,
Well, even if you're doing this for at home, you know, and you're having a lot of people, it'll make the food go a lot faster and easier. And if you have a table, it's best to try to make it so that people walk down both sides.
yep.
And don't make the end of the table like next to a cabinet or something, so you have people trying to squeeze through, get this and that. Leave enough space for the flow, for people to walk around and for the people getting their food to walk away into the other room. And, you know, try to make it clear how there's
So
directions.
pull your tables away from the walls.
Yeah, and make it a good flow area.
And get the chairs out of the way.
Yeah, and just make it a good flow area.
Yeah,
But-
you should be able to walk easily.
Yeah, because what usually happens is it gets congested at one end or the other. And you need to, everybody's place is different, so I can't really tell you exactly how to do it. But you know, you understand what I'm talking about. And like Tara said, don't have all the silverware, especially don't have the drinks. Especially don't have the drinks at the beginning. Leave those either for the very end. I personally, if you've got enough room in your home, have the drinks on in a totally separate area. Not even at the very end, but kind of move it away so that the congestion isn't all at the very end of the buffet, but then people have to walk away from the buffet and go to another area to get their drinks.
So, just so you guys know, Dave, turn the camera real quick. Okay, it's a disaster.
Oh,
I
it's
know.
really a
Don't
disaster.
look at. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. So we set.
Here goes Ellie and her dance. Oh, Ellie.
We have our little elf here. So we set all our food on that table over there. All the food goes over there, okay? And we pull it away from the window so we can all walk around. Okay, so then come back this way, Dave.
You're wanting me to show the pictures too?
So then we come and put all our drinks
Here.
and desserts on the bar, on the
yeah.
island. Yeah.
Because it gets separated, you know, to do that. And then also, just have the plates at the beginning. And that way people aren't trying to juggle their silverware and their napkins and a plate and then try to scoop food onto their plate at the, you know, all the way down the line. And then you can have the napkins and the silverware at the end of the buffet to pick those up because you've got your food now all dished up and you can grab those. Put everything...
I would go so much as to say put the napkins and the silverware with your drinks.
Yeah,
so
you
that you're
could.
not having to
You
carry
could.
it from.
You could
know.
do that too, you know, if you've got the room to. And so then put like things together, of course. Put all the salads, put all the side dishes like the mashed potatoes, the green bean casserole, sweet potatoes, whatever. Put those all together. Then have your meats. And if money's a little bit tight, take and have like this. Be sure you make the salads and the sides because they'll fill their plates up with, you know, really with that stuff. Then when they get to the meats, the most expensive item, then they probably won't be
Have
piling.
the rolls first.
Yeah.
And then like salads and the vegetables and the fruits. And then...
because you don't want them piling their plate full of meat and then they get down to the sides and
for
the
you,
salads.
Jamie. This is for you, Jamie.
And then that way it'll save a little bit because visually their plate is full and they're thinking, boy, I've got a lot of food, so when they get to the meat they won't be putting as much stuff on. Then of course you could have the desserts after that if you don't have room to put them in another area. But even the desserts for like Christmas Day, you could almost have them in a totally different section, and after everybody's done eating, we like to have the desserts later on, and like an hour or two later.
So sometimes we'll put the desserts back here and like just have the napkins and the forks and everything on the bar with the drinks.
Yeah.
And maybe like the Chex Mix and the candies and the pies and the puddings
all those
back
snack
there.
foods and stuff. And that way, I just lost my train of thought. What was I thinking about the desserts?
We were talking about how you don't always eat it together with your meal. You have it at the end.
But do the desserts, you know, a little bit separate if you want to have layer. Oh, the drinks. You don't need to have, if you're trying to save money especially, you can have like water and iced tea or hot tea and coffee.
You don't have to have booze.
Oh no,
You don't.
no.
If you
You
don't
don't have to
have
have
the
pop
money-
even, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have to have pop or anything if you don't
Get
have the money.
Water.
Because you're having a
delicious.
big, heavy meal. And if everybody's drinking those types of pops and that type of thing, it kind of, their appetite gets dulled, you know, and then you have all this food that's gone to waste.
And we limit it. So like for me, now of course it's just the, how many of us? 7 of us this year. But I got one thing of Pepsi, and then I did get a bottle of sparkling cider because I like that myself. I got one for New Year's and one for Christmas. And then we're going to have water. So that's it. We're just having 2 and limit it. You don't have to have endless sodas and endless.
Yeah, you really
have
don't.
to.
And do that, and I was trying to think, I can't think of the other thing I was thinking of for buffet.
Go to the.
Oh,
go to
I
the
know
post
too,
second
if you're not
post
having
second.
even a
which
buffet,
The 12.
and you have long tables where everybody's going to sit down like family style to a big long table, and
Oh, whoa.
be sure to have like
This one's already on here.
and 2 or 3 spots on the table, not just at one end, but on a spot. Butter, a butter dish at each end of the table with salt and pepper shaker, and in the center too. And that way you don't have to pass the butter and the salt for everybody.
Yes.
Bonnie says all my boys care about is fried potatoes, and I have to cook 10 pounds.
Oh my word.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's like me and bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
that's
a lot.
Dinner
10
rolls.
pounds. Yeah, we do dinner rolls.
Dinner
We do
rolls.
mashed potatoes and dinner rolls or crescent rolls
Yeah.
or something like that.
And you
because
can use your crock pot for things like make your mashed potatoes ahead of time.
They only last for 1 hour though.
Yeah,
They only
but
keep warm.
An
for one-
hour's a lot
Yeah,
to get your
that's-
mashed
that
potatoes.
helps.
So you can put them in there and keep it on warm, or you could use it to put like your cider in, or like we're gonna have barbecue beef this year. I think next year we should do Mexican food. I feel like Mexican next year.
Oh, yum.
I think we should do that. But we're gonna have barbecue this year, and we're gonna have some ribs and some roast, and or pulled pork, and I'm gonna make that tomorrow, and then just put it in the crock pot and keep it warm on Christmas.
Yeah, and you can even like roll up dish towels and wrap around, you know, the casserole dishes and stuff, and that helps keep things warm for quite a while if you have foil on top until you're about ready to serve.
Yeah.
Oh, and
And you can set it on top of your oven if you're baking something. The top of your oven gets warm. Keep your mashed potatoes on the top of your stove, and then like when I'm cooking the ribs, that'll help keep mashed potatoes if I don't have room in my crock pot too. So
yeah. My mind's not thinking tonight. I just went off. I thought of something else really good and I forgot it. We were keeping things warm. Usually Tara and I can answer for the other one, but
Yes.
let's see.
do we have any questions about, you know, buffets and
Now it's catching.
Brandon wants to know, what did you put in your tea and what kind is it tonight?
Tonight it is the Little Miss Bossy afternoon blend.
Sent to us by Darren.
Set to us
In
by
London.
Darren. What? Huh?
Oh, the picture of.
Oh
the
yes,
wrapping.
I will. And okay, let's see. So buffets. So let's go into how we celebrate Christmas. Now, I don't know how we got started. How did you started this? But we celebrate on Christmas Eve. We don't celebrate we don't really celebrate on Christmas Day.
no, we don't do
We
much
don't
of-
do anything on
Christmas
Christmas
Day
Day.
is like kind of hanging around having fun.
Yeah. Well, what happened was my folks always
Driving to the airport.
did Christmas Eve. And what we would do is usually we would go look at Christmas lights on Christmas Eve. And my mom would say, let's go look at Christmas lights. And while we were gone, when we came back home, Santa came. I know.
You were one of the early ones.
Yes, Santa came, and so it was really exciting. So we opened up all of our Christmas presents, and and Santa had come and everything. And then Christmas Day, probably we did that had our presents on Christmas Eve because Grandma would have 20 to 25 people over every. We were on a military basis, so we'd have all the people over all the time, and she would fix almost the whole meal herself. Most people, we didn't do a whole lot of potluck, a little bit, but not a lot, and she would fix the whole meal for 20 to 25. So Christmas Day was pretty hectic for us, so I think that may be why we started that tradition, is doing it on Christmas Eve, because because then we had the big thing. Well, then after I got married, we just kind of kept it up, and it seemed to work really good. But what we changed it over to, or what happened with us, because we were living in Kansas instead of, in different areas, was we would open our Christmas presents and have a lot of snack foods like chips and dips and stuff like that on Christmas Eve. Then the kids would get up on Christmas Day and here Santa had come. And then I would fix our big Christmas dinner. And we did that for many years, but it ended up after my husband left, it was just the three of us, sometimes, or the four of us. He would come to visit us sometimes for Christmas. So for me to have to make a big, huge Christmas Eve meal with snacks and all that, then to get up Christmas Day and make another huge meal, and then we got sick, it was just way too much. So what we've started doing now is we take and we open all of our presents and have lots of good all kinds of stuff.
So we have like finger type foods.
Yeah.
We don't cook a turkey or a ham, but like we'll make barbecue
or we'll have
sometimes
sliced ham for sandwiches.
Or we'll just have those Ritz
And
cookies, and then we'll have some
chips
spray
and dips,
cheese on it.
salads. We have a few salads.
So if you guys want our salads, Michael put the link in there. the main, I'm sorry,
Wait,
guys.
the link to this post?
Yeah, I put on some lotion and it's making my nose itch. We have our
So the link is 10 Christmas party food ideas. I'm
yeah,
showing.
10 Christmas party foods. We have our top salads that and those are the red Jello salad. Mike and the kids' favorite.
I like that.
We have our broccoli salad, which is the favorite. And I forgot to get David's dip. We have my brother's favorite dip. You'll have to go.
It's amazing. It's not me, but it's, yeah.
My brother's favorite dip. We have that one. I think it's just called David's dip. I don't know.
Then we've got David's Punch is in the book.
And then we have, it's the 3-ingredient cheese ball recipe. 3 ingredients.
Well, you can put nuts in it, but we don't.
Oh, okay. We make it 2-ingredient because all it is cream cheese and Old English
The
in
little jar,
jars,
yeah, of Old
which you can save and take off the labels and use them for drinking.
For drinking.
And that is a proper size serving for
juice.
kids. And then we'll have like chips with those. And then
Several different dips.
we'll have like hummus.
We have cheese platters with
Brie.
crackers and
Kimberly, sorry.
We do the foods that are more expensive that we don't normally eat.
Kimberly asked, how about a Christmas punch bowl? You were making some kind of a punch, right? Before?
Yeah,
favorite
David's punch. Yeah, David's Punch is red in color, and everybody loves that.
Yeah.
And I would serve it in a red punch bowl then too. Usually when we
Yeah,
had
it's what page is it on in here? It's in here
And the
at the
beverages.
beginning.
And it's really good.
Page 43 in Dining on a Dime. This is the punch we always make, but we're not making it this year.
No, we're not. We didn't get the creamless made or anything this year.
Oh, we didn't make the cream. Oh, I can't eat them anyway. Okay. So, and David's Punch is just 4 ingredients. It's super yummy. Everybody loves it. And we got this, a cool story with this. We went to an open house at a flower shop, and they had the best punch, and they gave the recipe out. Or did you go back and ask them?
No, I think they gave it out. Well, I think we had it at the school first, but we didn't have the recipe for it. And then we went to the flower shop, and they had the recipe by the punch bowls.
Well, then Mom actually won the giveaway at the flower shop.
I never
couldn't
won
believe it.
anything. I don't think I've won anything since then. That was the only thing. A big fancy arrangement. So.
Man, people are talking about having Mexican and having tamales and having
Oh, yum.
prime rib, and Penny says chicken and sausage gumbo.
Oh my.
Oh, yum.
But we had a question. Christine wanted to know, what do we think is the most popular item in the buffet?
The red Jello salad and David's and the 3-ingredient dip
and the crescent roll.
and the crescent.
Crescent rolls.
Yeah, the dumb canned crescent rolls. Can't have Christmas without the canned crescent rolls and the canned cinnamon rolls for
One
for
ingredient
morning breakfast.
crescent roll.
Yeah. And before that, just reminded me. I'm talking about the buffet. The one thing I was wanting to say is put spoons and
In
forks
everything.
in everything. That causes more of a mess if you don't. So make sure you have that. Yes, Dave?
Yeah. Cindy, how many rolls do you allow for each person? Well, it depends on if you have teenage boys or not, but I would say 2.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 2 on average.
What you do in something like that is do 2, because some people only take 1, and for the ones that only take 1, that'll cover
Yeah.
for the ones that don't. And unless you know, like we know now, we've done this enough years that our kids just inhale them. They can
Yeah.
almost inhale a whole can. So we
So
do a little
let's
bit
see.
extra.
So I asked Mike to get 3 crescent rolls and he got 8.
8.
Well, every year we run out right away before I get one. So it's like, if she said 3, then we'll have 3, and then if the kids discover them, probably at least 1 can will survive long enough for me to have one.
So you have to adapt it, of course, to your family, your size of family. But that's usually the general rule, is 2 per person.
Rocio is asking, where's your hat? This
Oh.
is the second show in a row.
I know, I don't wear hats.
Oh,
I know, I look so dorky.
Turid says in Norway they celebrate on the 24th.
See, I knew we were in style.
And that might be part of why we did, because Uncle Kenny was Norwegian. And so my mom's brother-in-law was Norwegian, and we'd have Christmas with them a lot, and so we did, Christmas Eve then.
Sorry, I wasn't listening because people are talking about why they think one day or the other. I wasn't listening to when you guys were talking about that. But I think you already said this, but we do family presents on Christmas Eve. and then
Santa presents.
Then
on
Santa
Christmas
comes-
Day.
Santa
on Christmas Day.
Christmas
So there's a
morning.
little
Yeah,
bit of
yeah.
both.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Santa Claus comes, usually has arrived in
Yeah.
the morning when we get up. And then that leaves us free. We hadn't quite gotten that far, I guess. Tara and I free to just enjoy all of
Yeah.
Christmas Day. We eat the leftovers from what we had at Christmas Eve and just set that out, and everybody just kind of snacks on it all day long and grazes. We can play with the kids and their toys. They've got new toys, to play with. And we can just take it easy. And that's worked out the best for us, not having a second big meal after having the big meal on Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas, brother dear.
What?
Did you try the stuff I sent you? You should try it.
Yeah, it's made an effect on BJ.
BJ's really having good results with it, so you better try it.
Oh,
I sent my brother some hooch.
my. No,
I'm
he didn't.
kidding. I'm kidding.
You're going to get him. He's saying, my sister. That's what he says all the time. My sister.
See, she's in Wisconsin and she's living to tell about it.
WC Rex 103 Nelson. Yeah. So tell us, is it cold?
Is it cold? Is it cold?
Mike's afraid of the cold. I'm afraid of the heat and humidity. And we're all afraid to drive in Colorado.
Ooh, Margaret's saying Dave did a fantastic job with that Christmas scenery video.
Yeah, and I didn't realize till Tara told me that kind of stuff is very hard to do, very complicated and very hard to do.
Oh, the work that he did?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he could.
Yeah,
We were
so-
sitting in a movie theater watching trailers, and he said, I could do that. I could do that. And I know he can, because I've seen him do it.
Yeah,
He's saving up for a special computer. Oh, Uncle Dave, check your email. Dave sent you an email.
I have heard nothing but about my
So-
computer since I got here.
Yes.
But anyway,
Oh.
so that's why we do Christmas Day. Do we have another comment?
And Brown said, unscrew the screws on your Roku and blow it out, and that might make it work better. Thank you.
Oh, good
We will
idea.
try that.
Yeah.
See, we've learned.
Thank you.
It's like when I used to fix your VHS machine.
Yeah, and
Last year.
this is off the subject, but a lot of times you're making
You just
smut.
watch it. You get off my lawn.
This is off the subject, but try to fix things like this before you just toss them. We learned that with BJ. You had a solar power light that they had in the yard, and they just tossed it in the trash. BJ dug it out of the
I
trash
didn't even know you
can.
could take it apart.
Yeah, he was only like 5 or 6 or
Yeah.
something. He was real tiny, little. He wasn't
Yeah.
very old. And he pulled that thing out and he fixed it, So try to fix things first. But
Yeah.
another comment or
A
question?
couple birthday requests so far.
Uh-oh. Okay, so let's see. We were talking about, Julie wants to know on the meetup in, Michael put the link,
Mississippi.
but Deep South Homestead Spring Gathering meetup is March 11th.
Where's the link?
Probably not in there. March 11th, I think. Is it 9th or 11th? I can't remember. In Wiggins, Mississippi. So we'll find the link and put it in there, Julie. Let's see. So there's something else I was going to say. And we did request that the big guy not wrap the Christmas presents because it was getting a little too much trash.
Oh, yeah.
And mess. So he leaves all the Christmas presents out for everyone, and the kids have that in the morning. Thankfully, he leaves a lot of consumable things like gum and that kind of thing, and Pop-Tarts that they don't get on a regular basis. So that's very nice. They get treats like that because I don't buy my kids Pop-Tarts. I'm a mean mother. So anyway,
We'll also on Christmas morning maybe have like cinnamon rolls, not necessarily even homemade ones.
Yeah.
We'll just have canned cinnamon rolls or something, and have a nice breakfast or a brunch thing.
yeah.
Yum.
Roasted pork shoulders, what Madeline makes. Yum.
Yeah, that
Green
sounds
bananas. Have you ever heard of boiled green bananas?
I think that's
That's a new one.
Central or South American.
I was gonna
maybe
say, is that
not.
like
yeah,
South
yeah,
American?
I think so.
I wonder if they're bananas like regular
Oh,
bananas
guava
or if
paste.
they're like.
She's got to be down south somewhere. We don't even know what guava is.
Hey,
It would
Well, I
be
know
fun
what
to
guava
try
is,
those.
but-
Barb says, "Gang, hey gang, Merry Christmas, Tara and Jill look gorgeous."
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Like what?
You do too. You look handsome, honey.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right, so that's kind of how we do Christmas, and it helps celebrating on Christmas Eve because then, like, if you have to go to the in-laws, you can do Christmas at the in-laws, but you can still have your own Christmas.
Yeah, it worked out really good. For
Yeah.
example, we always had ours on Christmas Eve, but my daughter-in-law, they did theirs on Christmas Day, so it was really easy for David and Shayla then
Yeah.
not to feel guilty and try to juggle everything. They could just go ahead and go on Christmas Day. And do their own.
Actually, well, it occasionally might, if you had in-laws,
Mm-hmm.
it might make it easier if the in-laws like to do it on Christmas Day, because then you don't have to worry about deciding which one person's house to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or rotate or whatever, but we don't have any laws anymore, so it doesn't matter. Let's see. There was something else I was going to say about
But
Christmas.
you know-
I can't remember.
Moms and dads of married kids, be flexible.
Yeah.
I always told the kids the moment they got married, I said, I will adapt to whatever the in-laws are doing.
Yeah.
You know, if we have to change all of our Christmas tradition, the tradition is not as important as keeping peace in the family.
Yeah.
You know, and so you need to be flexible. If you've got married kids, don't say, well, you need to come to our house, because try to work with them as best as you can.
It
you
drives
know.
me crazy when parents do that.
And
Yeah.
Oops, lots of people saying Merry Christmas. Oh, Family C says they are green bananas. You boil them until they get soft. I was wondering, are they just regular bananas or are they green plantains?
Well, maybe we should just try that with bananas.
But you know, I heard I read or something that the lady said to take, and it's usually I make banana bread with the ripe, really super ripe bananas. You know, they're almost totally gone. She said one time she made them with almost green bananas. Her banana bread with almost green bananas. She said that was the best banana bread. And she said from then on out, she makes her banana bread with almost green bananas.
I've never. How did she get them smashed up enough? Did
I
she
don't
just beat
know.
'em?
I don't know how she did. So,
Interesting.
Mhm.
I don't know. So that's pretty much how we do it for Christmas. It's not really that complicated, actually. It's getting ready because we don't go little on Christmas. We don't buy our kids presents all year long. So we go big on birthdays and Christmas. But
and you know, one thing too, some people, we have been kind of, people think it's terrible because we do all the presents and we do all the food and we do this big old celebrating. Because I know some people say, well, it's more, how do I want to say, more spiritual not to do any of this stuff. But I want you guys to think about this. God, like when, I think it's in Exodus, he told Moses when they had something special happen, he told the Israelites, he said, go feast and have a celebration. When Esther saved the Jews, you know, from all that stuff in Esther, God told him, he said, go have feasts, give gifts, and celebrate. And somebody I heard the other day said, God is a God of parties. He loves to have, he has all kinds of things where he tells the Jewish people to celebrate and have parties and everything. And so,
Oh my.
God. Oh, I know. And so, you know, don't feel like that you have to just sit at home quietly and not do anything. I really think we should celebrate. It's Jesus' birthday. I know people that have spent $3,000, $5,000 on their spouse's birthday party. They go out and make a big old deal. We're celebrating Christ's birthday. We should make this a big deal. Even if we're eating the feast and doing that, I think that's what God wants us to do and make a big celebration out of it, you know?
He doesn't want us to be Eeyore on Christmas?
No, he does not want us to be Eeyore on Christmas, you know?
What?
and I know some people say, well, if you do this, I don't want you to take this wrong, because I think there's a place to do this and you should combine it. But a lot of people say, well, we don't want to do any celebrating like that. We're just going to go to like maybe a homeless shelter and do all that. But you
Nothing
should
wrong
do
with
that.
that,
No,
yeah.
you should do that. And I think you should put a place in your calendar and your agenda to do that. But at the same time, you know, you got to be happy about it. I mean, Jesus was born now, and look what he did for us. And this is a big thing to celebrate. And so I just want you guys to think about that. What?
I can't say what Jamie just said.
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
Jamie, I have thought that myself many, many times.
Hey.
Just adopt your niece or nephew and that'll take care of it.
Oh no.
Okay.
So I was going to make a comment on that.
Get your tea ready.
I was just gonna,
Get 2 cups of tea ready.
all right.
Now, how
what was
many
it?
times have you struck me since we've been married?
Well, you tell me.
0.
What? Don't husbands
0.
do those things? Isn't it
No.
normal?
No.
It is not normal, people. If your husband does that, you need to smack him.
With the frying pan.
Then call the police and tell them you've subdued the suspect.
Okay. Get on that.
So what I was going to say, I think some people have a really hard time finding the sweet spot on things.
Yeah.
And the thing with Christmas is, I understand what the people are saying. They're basically saying don't be obsessed about the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing is, we don't have that problem, but it's largely because our kids don't anticipate getting $1,000 worth of gifts. And they don't anticipate getting like Disneyland trips and giant TVs and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's great to have the party. And if for the people that are, the main thing is, it's good to remember what it's really about, and not to obsess about idolizing the stuff.
But simply joyful, you cannot make everyone happy.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't try to make everyone happy.
Boundaries, Cloud and Townsend. There's a book called Boundaries. If you have trouble wanting to make everyone happy or feeling like if somebody might get mad at you if you don't do something you don't really think you want to do, you should read the book Boundaries.
Yeah, because, she said, I don't want to upset the apple cart. After 29 years, they still don't take the suggestion of trading off every year. Why are you making yourself physically ill doing this? You shouldn't. It is okay to say, no, we're going to spend Christmas at home by ourselves this year. It's
You
okay.
would be surprised that a lot of people you think would never accept it do.
Yeah.
When you finally, maybe
'Cause they're
it
tired
might
of
take
it.
a year or 2 even, but you'll be surprised at their reaction. I did this for years. My in-laws were so dogmatic that we come back there, and it was hard for us to drive sometimes through bad snow to get to Colorado to go to the in-laws, for Christmas every year. And it wore us out. The kids were miserable. I remember we had to travel. You guys couldn't even play with your toys. We had to pack everything up at 4 o'clock on Christmas morning to drive up to my folks so we could have Christmas up there after having Christmas with
and
my
the same
husband.
with Thanksgiving.
And one year, it was about, 8 years later, my in-laws said, well, we're going to go to Hawaii this year. Here, all these years we stressed about killing ourselves to get back there because they insisted that we have to come back there and they'd be upset. And here they go to Hawaii and it's like, no big deal. And I thought, oh my goodness, all these years we were miserable thinking that, that it wouldn't. But can I tell, or do you have a question I was going to tell?
I'm just going to say, just say no.
Yeah,
you don't have to give an explanation.
And we did.
Just
From
say
that
no.
point, we said no, and there was no repercussions from that whatsoever.
What I have found from personal experience is that the people that will completely be your worst nightmare when you say no, they're going to be your worst nightmare eventually anyway.
No matter what.
Yeah.
They're eventually going to throw you under the bus.
Your
So
life
you
will
might
get
as-
easier if you kind of...
So it's better to say no politely and hope that they are reasonable. But if you say no politely and they're not reasonable, that's not your fault.
No.
Yeah, and
They're
Connie
the ones
said, I
who's fine.
finally said the word no at Thanksgiving and it felt so good. I'm so tired of changing all my plans for my ex-husband. Yes!
And I think that's what you'll be shocked.
Yeah.
It was like this big burden, this big thing was lifted off, when I was able to start doing that. But, before we go, I was going to say I maybe have told you guys this before, I just happened to think about it. Why I love Christmas so much. I mean, everybody loves Christmas and everything, but my whole idea of Christmas and heaven has changed in the past few years. And I know I may have mentioned this before, but one year we were driving to church on, I think it was Christmas Day or something, and my son, who was, about 35, I think then, or something like that, he asked me out of the blue, which shocked me. He said, Mom, because he studies the Bible a lot, and he knew a lot of this stuff, but out of the blue, he said, are we going to celebrate Christmas in heaven? And it felt kind of like when he was 4 years old and asking, why is the sky blue instead of red or something. You know, I thought, oh dear, how can I come up with an answer for this? And I'm
Every day.
frantically trying to figure this out, and I'm praying, I'm saying, dear God, how do I answer this question? Because I wasn't sure. And then it was just like God kind of spoke to me and said, you know, he said, we're going to celebrate Christmas. It's going to be like Christmas every day in heaven. And it changed my whole perspective on heaven and even on Christmas, because there is no fear for me going to heaven. You know how exciting Christmas is, like a child on Christmas morning or Christmas Eve, how excited you felt, the joy, the peace, the wonder, all the love, and you know, the Christmas. Now, every Christmas I realize people don't have that every day, but what we envision is what's supposed to be, you know, the ideal. That's going to be like heaven. That is exactly what heaven's going to be like. Can you imagine going someplace where it's Christmas every single day? So I just wanted to put that in because it might make you think a little bit differently about heaven and, you know, Christmas and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Do we have a question, Michael?
Well, I don't know. Are you getting questions or just mostly
Well,
comments?
there's mostly a lot of comments. Diane was saying, my mom hates Christmas, it's sad. And I know a lot of people struggle at Christmas.
Yeah, they do. It
because of
is
that.
hard.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
Well, but you do something to make you happy for it. You know, go out and do the festivals and those kinds of things. Get in the Christmas spirit. So
We have a lot of, we have
watch
several
Santa
birthdays.
and Toy Boy.
We have several birthdays.
Several birthdays. Okay. Let's do our birthdays and then let's open mails, shall we?
Sure.
Okay. Who are the people that we are having birthdays for?
We are having birthdays for Bobby and Momo Cass's brother Christopher and Carol. Well, Carol says my birthday's on Christmas, so we're gonna sing today. Or we're gonna
Bobby,
sing now.
Christopher, and Carol. Okay. You ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bobby, Christopher, and Carol. Happy birthday to you.
Woo, we blew that one. Sorry, guys.
We never know what that's going to be like. Happy birthday.
Oh, brother.
That's
Okay.
good.
And if you don't stay with us till the very end, have a great Christmas.
Yes,
Merry Christmas.
So I have to tell you about my little elf. So you guys know I collect gnomes. Well, I also kind of collect elves too. Mom found this at the thrift store. Isn't that a cute little guy? And you paid what, $2 for him? I think it was $1.98 or something.
Yeah.
So I have had this for like what, 12 or 13, 14 years now. And I happened to look it up on eBay the other day. Well, the other day. It's been like 2 or 3 years. Feels like the other day. 2 or 3 years ago. This thing was worth $75 to $100.
Oh, I remember. I remember when we looked it
I
up.
was like, I'm going to put you in a glass frame. I couldn't believe it. So that's my little elf. Somebody asked me about it the other day. So
Oh, we have another birthday. Cassandra says her hubby Chad.
okay, we'll do Chad. Is that all the birthdays? Because you're in December. We have to do
hold
it
on,
because
don't
more
light it yet.
people don't
Yeah, you
ever
poor
get
people in
light it yet.
December.
Don't light it yet. I've got to
Okay.
check to make sure we didn't miss
Oh,
it.
and Lori,
And Lori, December 28th.
Chad, and Lori.
And
Holly.
Whoa. Wow, it's a good thing we're doing 2 songs because I don't think we could have said that many names in one.
Oh, we couldn't have. Michael.
Here, let me look over here and make sure we didn't miss any over here.
Dude, that is so many names.
Dun dun. We got Carol. We got.
We should say
Jane.
y'all so you could practice your y'all.
Chad, and Lori, and Jane, and
Holly.
Am I
Holly.
missing anybody else? I don't think I'm missing anybody else.
Okay,
Hold on, let me write that down.
Michael has to write it down.
Chad,
Jane. So we've got
Jane, Holly, and Chad.
Chad, Lori.
Chad, Lori,
Here, let me just say this down here.
Chad,
Merry birthday, everyone.
Lori.
Lori,
Happy birthday.
Holly, and Jane. There we go.
Okay, you ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
And
you.
Bonnie.
Happy birthday, dear Chad, Lori, Holly, Jane, and Bonnie. Happy birthday to you.
Like, these crazy people.
Oh my goodness.
But happy birthday.
Okay, so we're gonna open some presents.
Okay.
So, what is this? Mike walked in with this.
So I stopped off today to get some gifts from a very special friend of yours, from Jamie. And Jamie gave us some gifts in a bag that Tara's gonna open, but she said, oh, I totally didn't get to it yet. I was making a card for Jill, but I didn't quite get it. But give her this and tell her I love her and thank you and Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you, Jamie. Thank you. That is so sweet.
So there you go.
So Jamie
And
saw
your
these-
presents are over here from us too.
Oh, did you make this? That's pretty.
Ooh.
It's out of a doily. That is pretty.
Oh, let's see that. Oh, how
Okay,
cute.
you open
is
one,
that?
I'll open the other one.
Erin says, you guys made my holidays. Thank you.
Cute. Oh, thank you, Jamie. That's sweet.
Y'all are welcome.
And Jane loved it. See, we're teaching her.
See, y'all.
Teaching her.
What's this? What is that?
I think maybe we got it mixed up. I don't know. Open that one.
Oh,
Open
okay.
That one, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's an apron. That is cute. Ooh, it's even got pockets. Ooh. Nice.
It's an LP of Toy Boy.
An LP of Toy Boy.
You know, like a record.
So what's this one?
Only you people over 40 will understand that one.
Good
Things happen over
Oh,
food.
that's
cute.
Oh, thank you, Jamie.
Cute. Those are cute.
And just a little bit. We're almost there.
Okay.
Oh, she said I did make it. Oh, sorry. Jane.
You made the card?
yay.
That is really
No,
cute.
they're for Christmas.
It's like a folded doily, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
Christina
it is.
says they sing Happy Birthday at their church. That's a great idea.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that would be nice.
That's nice. Okay, so Mom has a card,
Ooh,
and we have a card from
From
Maxine.
Maxine,
Oh,
and
I
you
forgot
got
to
one
tell
too?
you to get your glasses. I'm sorry. Am I gonna have to read for
Actually,
you?
didn't we do a Happy Birthday Jesus song last year at church?
Did we?
I don't know.
Oh, thank you, Maxine. That's a pretty card.
That
Ooh,
is
that
really
is pretty.
pretty. Is yours like mine?
Yes. Oh, I like that. I like
Yeah, that is
activities.
really pretty. I do too.
I would like to collect an activity. Oh, Dave.
Oh, that's a
Dave.
really nice card.
What?
Oh, oops. Oh, anybody want to take our medical bills? You are welcome to take our medical bills. Here you go,
Wait,
Dave.
that's for Uncle Dave or
That's
me,
for
Dave?
you. Dave.
I don't recommend
Okay.
it.
Jill.
I'm gonna open. Should
Oh,
I
from-
open it?
Oh,
Who
from
started
Bumblebee.
opening
This is from Bumblebee.
What
Ooh,
is
and
this from?
Okay, so if there's any British people left on here still, you might be in bed.
This
We're gonna
is
try and
from
make
Miss Petunia.
clotted cream
It
tonight.
says Miss
What?
Petunia.
You should make it on the show.
Stormy Storms and Miss Petunia, it says.
So if you
is it?
have
Oh,
any
it's from
tips
Stormy? Yeah.
You can actually make
for
clotted
making
cream?
clotted cream,
Ooh,
send them
Bumblebee.
my
This
way.
is from
I haven't
Bumblebee.
seen Stormy on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Has
Kathy,
Stormy been
thank
on?
Oh.
Hold up, I need to open up this one. I'm late to the party. I'm sorry.
Oh, what a pretty sticker in there. Oh my goodness. There you go. Can you see it?
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I did it right. I don't know if I'm showing it. Am I showing
Well, I
it?
don't know. I kind of want to open this up on Christmas. though,
Thank
so
you.
I
That
think
is
we
a
should have
gorgeous
it in.
card. Look at that, how it's got the Church of the Birds and
Eh. Why isn't it coming out? Oh, this part.
Ah, thank you, Stormy.
Wait, Stormy says,
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one, but she says it's for Uncle Dave.
Okay, I won't.
I'm not sure which one is for
Oh,
Uncle
wrong Dave.
I told you.
Oh,
I told
Uncle
you.
Dave. Okay,
I'll
hold
take
on.
that
We'll
home.
take it to
Should
Uncle
I
Dave.
take it to him then?
Okay,
I
Jack.
told you. I told you. It's
Thank
for
you,
Uncle Dave.
Stormy. I'll
sorry.
take it to him.
Paige says, I love you all. Thank you, Paige.
I'm
We
sorry,
love you
Stormy.
too.
This one's for you.
Tell Stormy.
This one's for
whoops.
Mike.
Can I open it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
did you hear that part?
What?
Paige says, I love you all.
Whoops.
Oh, thank
thank
you.
A lot of people actually say
You wanna
oh
open
my
this
God.
one?
Hey.
Oh, what a
Lori
cute
says,
snowman.
you guys are so much fun. Wish we were
Is
neighbors.
this from
my
Tracy?
We do too.
Tracy. What?
We'll trade you. We'll trade a couple for you.
Ooh, oh, look at this,
Oh, that's-
Jack.
Wait, this is for
Isn't
me?
that cute?
Who's it from?
I have no
Isn't
idea.
that cute?
Oh wait.
What a cute
to watch
card.
that.
Thank you, Tracy.
I forgot
Tracy and
to
Steven.
Uncle Dave.
Oh, how pretty is that? That's a cute one. Can you guys see this?
To Mike.
And it opens up. And the different.
What did I just witness?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
thank
cute.
you, Jennifer from
Thank
London.
you. That is cute.
Hold it up
Sorry.
there so they can read it.
I like it. I didn't show Jill.
It says, Oscar, did you stick your head in a lampshade too? No.
Like, third.
Oh, cute!
That's hilarious.
This is a cute little fellow. That's from
I'm laughing too hard. I'm getting a
Yeah,
headache.
can I read it?
Yep.
Wait, what is... What?
It's a joke.
It's a joke for Dad.
You know how they have to put the hoods on doggies so they don't scratch their face when they have an
Oh,
allergy?
yeah.
And then India got me my tissue
Ooh.
paper.
Tissue
paper.
Is it-
Oh, India.
So it was definitely from India?
Yes.
I was wondering because she seemed to be hinting.
And then the other day, Cora, these aren't just extra magazines. Her house was actually featured in here. And now that I know real people do live like this, I have goals and aspirations.
What?
Yes, her house is so stinking cute. Here, is this it? This is it. Right here. This is our house. Right there. Isn't that cool?
That is the cutest house.
That is cool.
Oh, wow.
I am
That
impressed.
is really cute.
Thank you. I
Yes.
can't wait.
Yep. Is that cute?
Look.
Oh, that's your great kitty. The kitties love watching you.
Oh, I think I did something confusing
sweet.
here.
Uh-oh. What did you
I
do?
think I pasted a whole bunch of things into the wrong file, so I'm like, wait, which comments were there?
I love you.
All right. Any last questions before we...
Oh, sorry, we probably missed some. And we were seeing all the comments about, we were seeing all the comments about all the things you're cooking and how much you love the cookbook and how much all the things you're doing for holidays. And I will share the ones that we didn't say with Tara and Jill just because they're kind of lost. There were so many.
Yeah.
We sure appreciate it though.
Okay, go ahead, Jack.
Thanks, Bumblebee.
Paige said God wanted her to hear what you had to say, Jill. And
Huh?
we had a number of people saying things like this, but Paige says God wanted me to hear what you had to say, Jill.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad.
Linda, can you let us know about the cookbooks? Does anyone know how many cookbooks are in a case and how much they are all together?
So there's 18 cookbooks in a case, and if you order a full case, I'll give you 50% off, and then plus shipping, which I think shipping is like $20 or $25 for a full case.
I
Medium
just
mail.
shared the link for individual ones, but if you want a case, you have to contact Tara directly
Yes.
to get the case price.
Yes, you have to. So if anybody knows how to make clotted cream, we're going to give it a try tonight. Now, according to the recipes I've seen, you just dump the whipping cream in a...
Oh, so you haven't
baking
done this
dish.
before?
Well, no.
You know how I make clotted cream? I go to that little shop in Edinburgh.
Oh,
I think that's the way I want to make it, Michael.
so I know I can't be ultra pasteurized, so I got regular pasteurized because that's all I could get. And I've heard
She
you
said
just...
all you have to do is dump it in a pan and bake
That
it.
is it. That's
I
all you
think
do.
There's more to it.
No, there's not.
Yeah, no, I think that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
There's like
we'll find out.
every recipe that say you just pour it in there and let it cook for 12 hours. So we'll see tomorrow if we have clotted cream. I don't know. We'll see.
What would it be if it wasn't clotted cream? Sour cream?
Butter.
Huh? Oh, I guess we won't see everybody before Christmas,
I know.
or talk to them
No,
again before
we won't.
Christmas. Oh my goodness,
So
Merry
when-
Christmas.
my brother.
when are we coming on again?
Uncle Dave, check your email.
Uncle Dave. Dave wants
Merry
you to check his
Christmas, son of mine,
email.
and Shayla, and Cody, and Alex.
When are we coming on? So we probably won't be on Christmas, although we'll have nothing to do, so we should come on. But probably Wednesday.
If for some reason we
Probably
should decide to say hi for a few minutes beforehand, will we make a notice on?
We'll probably just show up, so make sure you have your notifications set. My brother said Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Uncle
Merry
Dave.
Christmas, Uncle Dave.
Merry
Get
Christmas,
better.
Uncle
You
Dave.
need to try your stuff. I want to know if you
Please.
tried your stuff, because it really helps
He should
BJ.
He should try whatever BJ took.
Yeah,
Yes,
it really made
it
a
really
difference.
helped BJ.
Ellie even commented about BJ.
BJ was actually laughing.
Valerie
Yeah,
says,
BJ was
BJ
laughing.
hasn't laughed in like 6 years. So,
oh wait, so I'm
So
not sure
Uncle
I'm
Dave
following.
would actually smile even.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
see.
feel
Valerie
like
says
it's
baked
on.
heavy cream. Somebody else was saying what temperature. I assume that's about that.
I think it's like 200 or 170 for 12 hours.
You're looking
So-
at me.
No, I'm just saying.
So Brown Coat Homestead was asking if we have gluten-free recipes in the book. We have recipes that you can make gluten-free
Yeah.
if you use the gluten-free ingredients.
So I am gluten free, and I use like 90% of the recipes in here. So most of the recipes, like the meats and the salads and the beverages and all those kinds of things, can be made gluten-free. And even like the quick breads can all be used with gluten-free flour. Now, some of the things like homemade white bread, you're not going to be able to make gluten-free. But there's only, I have actually counted, and there are only about 25 recipes that can't be substituted with gluten-free flour or cornstarch, or that aren't just already gluten-free.
And one thing we get comments all the time about our book that people say the recipes are so simple and easy that if you have any kind of a special diet, they're very adaptable. They find
we have a lot
easy.
of people that say, I love your book because I have X allergy and I can't make, and your book helps me do that.
Because they're easy to adjust the recipes.
Your recipes are so easy. Because it even worked with the no bake fudge, not no bake fudge, with the cheeseburger rolls. Didn't I mess up like the baking powder and instead I put the cream or whatever?
Yeah. So
Yes.
they're pretty simple recipes.
It still works.
Yep.
And it actually tasted a lot better.
Yeah, Wenda said clotted cream is like yogurt but without the cultures.
Yeah.
It tasted really good. I wasn't sure
Pretty
what it was,
much,
but
yeah.
it tasted awesome.
And it's more fat than yogurt, so yogurt's more milk. Clotted cream is actually cream.
And do we put it on biscuits, or what types of stuff do we put it on? Like biscuits? And
I'm just going to be eating it out of the pan.
I thought you put it like on biscuits with jam and stuff like that, jelly.
I think you use it instead of butter.
Okay.
Well,
That's what I kind of thought, that you use it in place of
Don't
butter,
you?
kind of.
Or do you use it with butter?
I mean, it's different than butter. But
But
Oh, Lori loves the cookbook.
Well, thank you.
thank you, Lori.
Okay, so everybody wants the 20-year anniversary cookbook.
Guess
So
we
now
better get cracking.
we got to thinking we should put pictures in there of the whole, like when we got our first profit check,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
when I was at my first craft show, and
And when the semi first drove up to our residential house.
the semi coming to our house with a load of books. And
Or on Halloween when Mike and I had to take Ellie out because you were at the craft show having to sell the book, remember?
Or when we
took
moved
Ellie,
into
did you?
the house on 35th Street and we put a board down the steps because we were putting them in the basement and we were sliding cases of books down the steps.
I know.
yeah,
That's awesome.
and that is why my brother refuses to help me ever move again.
Memories.
Yeah.
So, and BJ is leaving us on Monday for Luxembourg.
We're gonna
So we're
miss
trying
him.
to get him prepared for that.
So if you
Not real sure about going over to Europe right now, but
pray for his safe trip and wise decision making,
Yes,
that would be
yes.
awesome.
For his
He's
protection.
slightly nervous, even though he's really excited. So should be fun.
yeah, should
So.
be a little interesting. So,
Yep.
anyway,
And it's the first. Ellie and I went over together, but it's the first time we've sent one over without one of us.
And he's never even flown or anything, so this will be totally new experience for him.
yep,
Except on puddle jumpers.
cuddle jumpers.
He's flown on a bunch of little,
The
like
little
Cessna
Oh,
172s.
yeah, but
airplanes,
not like a-
but
Not on a
regular-
commercial
not
trip.
commercial.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, we love you all. Sorry we can't stay on forever.
Maybe we should just live stream now through Christmas
Oh,
Eve.
Tara and I were sitting
Or is
earlier,
that
and it
okay?
was just a crack up. The boys were hitting each other with tubes, and Dave was
Oh,
making
yeah,
strange
right.
boy noises, and Tara and I were sitting at the table trying to figure out what to do next. And I said, if people could just see us now, we were just dying laughing. It was we were cracking up.
Maybe we should just keep the camera going until New Year's Day, and then they can really see what our life is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy noises.
Alrighty.
So, well, guys, I'm not going to tell you what I gave BJ yet because, well, it's controversial. So we're going to try it first and see how much it helps him. But the first 2 days, he has shown a significant improvement. So, anyway, I may be taking myself some. So, anyway.
Thank you,
Then
everyone.
start making your plans for our meetup in Mississippi.
Woo!
11 weeks, Wiggins, Mississippi.
Wait, Dave's not going to be there, is he?
Nope.
No, but I'm going to need
Okay,
you to see if you can take off
vacation.
work
Or Nan's going to babysit you, one or the other.
so you can take the boys to
Nan
school.
can't
maybe?
be there either, Dave.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
depression.
you have sponge cake. Gay says
Oh,
Oh,
yum.
sponge cake would
Victoria
be good with
sandwich
it.
cake.
Yeah.
she
Personally,
would whip it.
Whip it until it's really stiff and use it as clotted cream. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Christina says Luxembourg is a nice place.
Oh, so
Yes.
she's been there. Oh, that's good.
There you go, huh?
Oh wow.
Hope they speak English.
Turin says it's
This woman
1:30 in the morning in, or in the night in
Everyone
Norway with where she is.
Oh my.
Oh, we-
Go to
we
bed.
We sure
yes.
wish we were there
Merry
to
Christmas.
celebrate
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas and go to bed.
All right, guys.
Oh.
We
Wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We'll see you on Wednesday.